Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Leinenkugel's Old Fashioned Shandy. Now there is one other video review for this beer, that's Blue Specs. He did it about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. There aren't many reviews for this one or the third one in the line that's coming next, the cranberry ginger shandy. It's the kind of thing where a lot of people will say, I don't like shandies, but I'm not a shandy person either, so it's hard to say, well, it's bad. The first one I had of this fall 2014 fall series was good. That was the Harvest Patch Shandy. And just like that, this one is 4.2%. It's certified kosher, just like the Harvest Patch. And as you would expect, it has that cloudy appearance. After all, it's beer mixed with lemonade, so I mean, that is a super thick white head. It's a wheat beer, so these white beers tend to be that way. Weiss beer brewed with honey with natural flavors added. It says, we blend traditional wheat beer with oak and citrus for a crisp flavor combination that is bright as the autumn leaves. We are getting autumn leaves around here for sure. They're turning brown. Okay, so Leinenkugel seems to be just making money hand over fist with their shandy line. Wow, it looks good. Kind of like Hoegaarden, you know, you got that yellow, milky yellow appearance, a lot of streaming bubbles. I mean, a lot of streaming bubbles. Crackling head. But the aroma, man, that is a pungent and spicy aroma. This one's going to be difficult to describe. I bought this single at Rouse's in Gentilly, the Gentilly Rouse's in that section of New Orleans. Okay, I'm going to make an attempt to describe it. It's almost like I'm picking up like coconut. Did they put coconut in here? It's almost like coconut cream pie. It's really, I've never smelled a beer that's come close to this aroma. I can tell you that right now. There's some citrus, there's that coconut cream, other indistinguishable spices. I'm not really an expert on spices by any stretch of the imagination. It's something to smell. You have to buy a can. It's only $1 a can probably if you see singles. And tell me what you think, because I can't pin it down, but no one could say this thing has no aroma. You may not like the aroma, but you can't say it has no aroma. It's got some of the most bursting aroma I've ever had in any beer-based beverage. The flavor is the same way. It is really, it's like white bread, some citrus, I guess some malt, since it has beer. It's made with beer, but I'm not too sure about the malt. But that's, I don't know, I think it's got to be coconut. They're showing some kind of, maybe it's vanilla too, and they're saying citrus and oak. Yeah, Maybe that's coming from oak also, but I don't think oak would be that overt of a flavor. I just don't think so. The mouthfeel is medium to heavy. The finish is tart. It's super drinkable. Tell you what, you could just... They say it's a fall beer, but it seems more summer to me. But maybe it's a fall beer because of the heavier body. These seem to have a heavier body than their summer offerings. But even, I don't know, because their orange shandy and their regular shandy doesn't exactly seem to be super light. They have a little heaviness in their body too. Well, it's just like the fall harvest shandy. It's a good beer. I mean, the worst you could say about it is that it's good, but for a flavored beer, a shandy type thing, it's probably the best that you can get. This and that other one, I'd say A+. So on my last video, I said that Leinenkugel was a subsidiary of Miller, which is a subsidiary of InBev. Well, it's not InBev, of course. It's a SAB. So when I was watching the playback, I said, oh, I have to type. I hope I remembered to type that in. Okay, so check it out. I can't really adequately describe it, but I certainly recommend it, even though I'm not a fan of the style. But this is the kind of thing that's starting to convince me a little bit. Laissez-les bon temps relais. Y'all come on down to New Orleans.